Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about the topic is performance and transmission impairment and data as well as the signal. So we will see now. Okay, what is the performance of the data communication and what are the transmission impairments in the data communication as well as the what are the data and as well as the signals. Okay, in this data and signals we will see as the analog data, digital data. Okay, so we will discuss today in this topic. Here in the performance, okay, they are going to introduce the overall what is that network performance. Okay, in the performance I'm repeating, they are going to measuring the overall network performance. Along with that, they are going to checking the quality of the services. Okay, how they are going to provide the services between the two parties. Okay, so they are going to checking, and this performance, okay, they are going to basically classified into three things. Okay, it means three factors. One is bandwidth, second one is throughput as well as the latency. So this three is very important. Okay, based on these three factors, okay, they are going to measuring the performance in the data communication. Then what is the bandwidth? The bandwidth, okay, they are going to tell us about the capacity of that particular system. Means per minute or per second how much the bit, okay, how much bit they are going to they are going to sending and receiving between the sender and receiver. So this is what this is what tells about the capacity of that particular systems. So we require the bandwidth. The second one is throughput. Okay, yes, the throughput, okay, which is nothing but it is going to tell us about the number of bits, okay, that can be pushed through the transmission medium or in that channels. So this is what the throughput again, it is going to tell us about the performance. Means how how fastly, okay, they are going to transferring the data from one device to a second device. And then latency, yes, obviously it is going to tell us about the delay or what is that time. Okay, time that particular transaction, means when it is going to start and when it is going to ending that particular process. So this is what we are going to call it as the latency or delay. So this three factor is very important for measuring the performance of that particular network. Then in the network, okay, in the networking, okay, I said like before itself only, I mean last video I said like bandwidth. Yes, the bandwidth they are going to use for or they are going to take up for two things. One is measuring the frequency and second one is measuring the bit per second. So usually for frequency, okay, we are going to use for the hertz. For referring the frequency, okay, we are going to use for the hertz. And here the bandwidth, okay, means the bit per second, okay, they are going to refers for the speed of that particular transmission channel, okay, or link. So this is what the two things about the bandwidth, okay, they are going to use in the performance. Then I'll move on to the next topic is transmission impairment. Then what is the transmission impairment? Okay, the transmission impairment, okay, which is nothing but, okay, that particular signal, okay, it is not a perfect signal. Okay, means it is going, it should be a imperfect signal, that we call it as the what is that, transmission impairment, or it is a impairment. I am repeating, the transmission impairment, okay, which is nothing but, okay, whatever the signals, okay, we are going to travels through the transmission medium, or it is a a transmission channel, that signal, it is not a perfect signal. Okay, that should be a imperfect signal. This type of signal we call it as the impairment. Okay, and this impairment we are going to classified into three things. One is attenuation, second one is distortion, and third one is noisy. Then what is the attenuation? The attenuation, which is nothing but, okay, while transferring the signal from one device to another device by using the transmission medium, okay, during that time it is going to losing their energy. Okay, so that we call it as the attenuation. I am repeating, The attenuation means it is a loss of energy while transmitting from one device to another device by using the transmission medium, okay, that we call it as the attenuation. And this attenuation, okay, we are going to use for the different types of signals, okay, that is simple signals and composite signals. Okay, I'll discuss about the simple and composite signal in the next video. So till now we have to understood the simple and composite signals, okay. And see, you look at this diagram, okay, they are going to use for the original signal. So this is the original signal, okay. And this is for like while transferring that original signal in through the transmission medium, okay. And for like while transferring the original signal, okay, by using the transmission medium, okay, during that time it is going to losing some energy. So that signal, it should be a very weak signal. So once we are going to what is that, providing the amplifier, okay, during that time again it should be active, and directly it is going to reach to the destination in the original signal, okay. It's like a original signal. So this is what the original signal, or that output signal, we call it as the amplified signal. So this is what happening at the attenuation. The next one is distortion. Is the distortion, which is nothing but the signal, okay, it is going to giving the, okay, their own shape, okay. Whenever the signals, okay, they are going to forming while transferring from one device to another device, okay, it is going to giving, okay, its own shape, that we call it as the distortion. And this distortion, okay, they are going to occurs in the composite signals, okay. And this composite signals, okay, why it is going to occurs means, okay, like they are going to using the different its frequencies, okay, like different levels, and they are going to use for the different frequencies, so that it is going to give their own shape, that we call it as the distortion. So if you look at this, the like distortion diagram, see, the original composite signal will be a look like this, and finally, okay, like in between, while transferring that signal by using the transmission medium, okay, by using different frequency, so some modulations will be occur. So finally it is going to giving, okay, their own shape, or their own what is that, format of that particular signal at the output. So this is what we are going to looking in the distortion. Then what is the noisy? The noisy, which is nothing but, okay, it is going to tells up the like what is that, a disturbance, or it is a what is that, noisy signal, that we call it as the noisy. And this noisy, okay, they are going to classified into three types of noisy. One is thermal noisy, induced noisy, then crosstalk noisy, as well as the impulse noisy. So the noisy, which is nothing but it is a, yeah, it is unwanted signal, or it is a corrupted signal, that we call it as the noisy signal. Then thermal noisy signal, okay, they are going to tell about the like extra signals, okay, that is not a original signal, means they are going to creating the extra signal. That signal, it is not a original signal, okay, that can be sent through the transmitter, or it is a transmission medium, that we call it as the thermal noisy. Then induced noisy, okay, whatever the signal, okay, they are going to comes from the source, and that signals, okay, they are going to, yeah, they're going to apply for the they're going to apply for the their own levels of the signals, okay, their own levels of the signal, which is nothing but they're going to use for the composite signals, or it is a simple signal. So this is what the induced noisy. And this induced noisy, okay, they are going to yeah, using that signals, okay, by using the antenna, means sending the antenna as well as the receiving the means by using the antennas, okay, they are going to sending and receiving the signals. Then crosstalk signals, okay, here like one wire means it is going to affect the one wire on the others, like other wire. So it is like one wire, it is going to act as a sending antenna, another wire they are going to act as the receiving antenna. So this is what the crosstalk noisy. So then the next topic is I mean the next one, okay, how we are going to like measuring the signal to noisy ratio. So they have given one formula, that is average signal power has divided by the average noisy power. So based on this two things, we are going to measuring the signal to noisy ratio in the noisy transmission impairment. Then I'll move into the signal and data. Okay, the signal and data, okay, we are going to use for the analog signal as well as the digital signal, and the same thing in the data we are going to use for the analog data and digital data. So the analog data, which is nothing but whatever the data, okay, whatever the analog data, that we are going to convert it in the form of digital data. Means like by seeing the analog data, so analog data, which is nothing but it is one of the sine wave, okay, by like the sine wave we are going to consider as the input. By seeing that analog data or the that sine wave, okay, we are going to providing the digital data, means which is nothing but based on the binary values. Okay, if it is high, we are going to represent as the 1, if it is low, it is 0, like that we are going to like producing. So this is what the data. Okay, then digital signal, so the signal, which is nothing but, okay, they are going to representing that particular data in the form of signals by using the electrical light beam, or it is electrical electronic signals. Okay, and this we call it as the signals. In the signals we are going to discuss about the two things, one is analog and digital signal. The analog signals, okay, like I said, so it is also, it looks like a like analog signals, means they are going to generating the waveform in like analog waveform. Based on that, okay, they are going to displaying the output as the digital waveform. So that we call it as the analog to digital signals. And this analog signal, again we are going to classify into two things, one is periodic analog signal and non-periodic analog signal. See, in this periodic analog signals, okay, they are going to, so first of all I'll tell us about the what is the periodic signal. So the periodic signal, which is nothing but, okay, the given durations, okay, it is going to completing the pattern, or it is going to complete the cycle, one cycle, that we call it as the periodic signal. The non-periodic signal, which is nothing but, okay, it is going to take extra time to complete that particular cycle or like given pattern, that we call it as the non-periodic signal. In this periodic signal, okay, again they are going to classify it into simple and composite signal. Then what is the simple and composite signal? The simple signal, which is nothing but, okay, it is going to consider the one sine wave, okay, one sine wave, that we call it as the simple periodic analog signal. And what is the composite analog signal? The composite analog signals, which is nothing but they are going to describes the like multiple simple sine wave or the multiple simple signals, okay, that we call it as the composite analog signal, periodic analog signal. And this simple analog signal, okay, or it is a simple periodic signal, okay, it is going to covers the three factors. One is sine wave, second one is peak or amplitude, and third one is period, okay, period, or it is a durations, okay, and then fourth one is frequency. So then the sine wave, which is nothing but they are going to tell us about the like it is going to completing that part, like it is going to completing one cycle, okay, within that time, that we call it a sine wave. So the sine wave, so they are going to representing the like it's a continuation oscillation curve. So it is a oscillation curve for continuously, that we call it as a sine wave. And then peak, okay, they are going to tell us about that particular oscillation peak value, means it is the highest density of that particular sine wave, that we call it as the peak. Then what is the frequency? The frequency, which is nothing but, okay, they are going to completing one oscillations, okay, to they are going to completing the one oscillation. So in that they are going to taking the what is the time period, means so they are going to taking the time period to completing the one oscillation wave, that we call it as the frequency. Then what is the period? Is the period, which is nothing but it is a time, okay, it is the time taken to complete the frequency, that we call it as the time. So this is for four majority factors they are going to describe in the simple periodic analog. Then what is the composite analog? Composite composite signal means, okay, I told the composite signals, it is a combinations of the simple sine wave, means it is a multiple it is a combination of multiple simple sine wave with different frequencies, with different amplitudes, as well as the different phases, that we call it as the composite signal. So you look at this diagram, you will come to know where, like, it is a multiple of the sine wave, and it is going to use for the different frequencies, different amplifiers, as well as the different amplitude, as well as the different phases and different frequencies, that we call it as the composite signal. So this is what the complete details about the data and signals. Thank you.